and sudden homeboy. All creature hairy, but with a more than human light. He stands up at me in the marigold. From a little box in hand, he throws a pinch of something sharp and fractured at my spine. They scorch and torment, brief and constantly, like freshly barbered hairs fallen in a Sunday shirt. He presses the little box into my right hand. My right hand itself is uniquely small and secret like a turtle's shell. The little box is painted red and sky blue and white, and a single word says sage on top. For sudden, when the glass thorns hit my shirtless back, the eternally invisible woman begins to take the mind. I have seen her before, in the mouth of Quandra. Quandra herself, who slept in the tabernacle, and who sleeps now forever in my floral open hand. The great she is as small as an ear that speaks, and she illuminates my exploding throat with her tinkling thunders from above my head. Now I am trying to stand up, free to walk and fly, and walk to out, and fly to be, and be alone, but never apart from the all and all. Now, forever, Quandra has, in truth, abandoned me, but only to eternal she, within my feeling heart and all around and all above. All the matter eating in their rooms now, alone, retired to their imaginary lives, and I am sent to my room too. And it is the first room again, where I must stand again, and never fall again, but never go away. Is Quandra in her room alone now too? Does she take a broth of garden and a grizzly biscuit crispened by the sun? Does she kiss her food of life, remembering me? I know that she does not eat tonight. Tonight, as ever, I am the meal of Quandra's absence. How could she have survived? Now that my chest is torn open forever in the garden light, I see her only in my feeling heart, where I waited for a moon to show me the way I left her. Or she left me. Or the universe conspired to make us two, and to keep me only waiting in the cosmic pattern dark, waiting for her bright appearance to unharm me. And whose voice clings to me all night in Quandra's name? All night I hear her speak in mind. Raymond, Raymond, you're so silly. I'm okay. Just take me home. I can cook, and I can love you. It's so simple. What are you looking at all the time? Sometimes I think you don't need me. And what is need compared to what is, before a single thought can think a life? The natural universe is a cold and homely cave of loneness, built for solitary staring at its little landlocked lake of all the natural water in the world. And where is the one true water there? It is the water hole in all the universe, behind, beneath, and everywhere outside and all around the natural eye. The one true water is, like an all-reflecting looking glass, a mirror to the ego's eye, and to all the things the eye can see. The one true water is the one true heart of me. Before the mind and senses take their time to think or touch a thing, the one true water's heart of me is consciousness itself. The one true water is the all-reflecting living light of light's love bliss in every head to toe and all around. I was, in natural love's own time, forever thinking here. I thought of all the angry, biting animals that feed on every eye and thing. I thought of all the all of the brute totality that slides indifferent in the unfired glass of all this continental sand of astral domes and breathing eyes, always ritually poking at the sun's annealing fire. I was burning my creature, day by day, until the shell of me was white as any mirror on the wall of the first room. And now there is no one else to talk to here, or in anywhere at all, apart from my own selfie mind. There is no other to be known. Quandra, leave me in the woman fire that burns the one eternal fuel of living water's only heart, and do not speak of you and me again. My free right hand is roasting in that fire of overground, but my eyes look up to the one, unbroken she, of my true heart's own eternal and invisible indivisibility. I saw my true birth in the mirrors of the barber shop. The eternally invisible woman was grunting, and then the doctor said, "Look, it's one of those multiple babies." And my body was like a fist. My face was impenetrable like the back of my right hand. But then the woman hid me under her belly, and I was freezing there. Her suffering flowed into me, and she felt in me as a winter's snow feels when it seeps through a glove. And then there were two of them, boys. I had watched all the birth, and suddenly they were older now, as old as me. And I coughed them up, because their movements made me gag as if to death, because they were strung out of me on tails of jelly that were hanging in my mouth. And the gag of jelly came from my belly, and I could hear them in me talking through the mucus trails that moved out of my mouth. They were unaware of me, but I lived with them for several days, and I was afraid, and I wanted to be free. They choked me with all their laughter, and one was very serious, and one was very light and clean, and I could walk around, but as I walked, I felt the jelly under my foot, and I felt my heel cut the jelly tendon of umbilicus as they seemed to fall away. Oh, I could not look at their death. But then they came and picked me up and comforted me, saying they were, oh, so happy. They were free at last. And that birth story will be the real true death of me someday. But death is not an explanation. Life itself is never finally explained. What follows the present lifetime is not an after-death of explanation, but only more of life itself, continued, unexplained, and only this, mere more of life, until the living light, the brightness that is consciousness itself, outshines the ceaseless lifetime of separate ego I, and only that outshining brightness unexplains the unexplainable, by disappearing all the living mind that asks to be explained. And only then does only living light remain. Therefore, for now, my